Yeah.
So Pradeep, last time we discussed node, pool, and now today we need to discuss about the virtual server. Basically, node means we are getting the end device map with my services, yes or no? And pool means pool available with multiple servers, but a pool called logical. Logical means it's a single place to contain all nodes physically or virtually and provide a single service with the help of single pool. And pool also perform the load balancing concept. Now device reach on next task. Next component is virtual server. In FI device, why we use virtual server? First thing must be clear. It's called uh, first place to receive traffic from a client. Which one, dear? It's the first place to receive a traffic from your client. Okay. Now, one more thing you need to remember. One more thing about about virtual server. This this virtual server called a logical a place to store to contain all node and pull. One more thing, virtual server publicly accessible for a client to provide access servers or services. Okay? One more thing, virtual server always available with public IP address. It's a IPv4 or IPv6. One more thing, virtual server relay a traffic from client to server. Okay. One more thing, virtual server possible to do a filtering. Virtual server also possible to perform net translation. Which one translation? Pradeep? Net translation. Now one more thing, virtual server also possible to do authentication tasks. Virtual server can do deep packet inspection task whenever traffic received from a client. Okay. And one more thing, virtual server available, virtual server available with node pull, node plus pull. One more thing, virtual server also possible to do compression and decompression tasks. This thing is clear. One more thing, virtual server only possible to map single pull. Which one, dear Pradeep? Single pull you can map with your virtual server. One more thing, this virtual server also possible to do translation to IPv4 to IPv6 and port translation also possible. Clear? Pradeep, Rohan, this thing is clear. Now, one more thing, virtual server can do session task also. Session layer task. Virtual server also possible to do encryption and decryption tasks. Pradeep, this thing is clear for virtual server. Okay. Now one more thing. Basically, virtual server combination of how many things? Combination. Give me 1 second to increase the size. Combination of full node, profile, monitor, clear, and you can add SSL informations. So whenever we create a virtual server, so we need to map this informations. Clear? Now, how many way to create a virtual server? How many way? So we need to discuss how many way to create virtual server. So last time, how many way we discussed? Pradeep, any idea how many way we discussed last time? Any idea?
To CLI and GUI.
Which one? CLI and GUI. Okay.
GUI.
So we discussed both GUI and which one? CLI. So GUI is very simple. GUI is very simple. Login, FI box, go to LTM tab, click on virtual server. Okay. Click on your virtual server. So basically, whenever we click, whenever we click on F5 GUI, so go to Firefox first. Wait. Okay. 192.168.1.245. So log in with my F5 box admin at 5869015. Okay. Last time we create node, last time we create pool also. Now we need to create virtual server because node available in single place, that means pool, and pool also available with my single place. Which one? Virtual server. And right now we are getting any virtual server? No. So go to F5 box and then log in and click on create option. If you click on create option, so we are getting a multiple tabs. So one by one we discuss, one by one. Take a screenshot because this one is very important. Okay, now we need to add one more tab. This one we need to also add. Go to next slide. Because virtual server, we are getting a multiple options. HTTP MRF route. Okay. So we need to capture this. Okay. Now, first option, which one? Pradeep, you need to log in with your F5 box. Click. And after login, you need to go to local traffic, go to virtual server and create. And name is mandatory. Name is mandatory. You need to define the description about your virtual server, define your name. Okay, then type. So this type is very important. Pradeep, can you hear me? This type is very important. Why we use this type? So basically, always clear. This type. Type. Hold on. This feature help to do deep packet inspection. network engineer must be select this option. Okay. So, Pradeep, can you please verify, brother, this side? If I'm click on standard, hold on. So standard means FI device read all layer information. Standard means
Yeah.
FI device read all layer information. Layer 2, layer 3, layer 4, layer 5, layer 6, layer 7, layer 1 also. If I'm click on layer 2, so FI device only read which layer information, Pradeep? FI device
Layer two.
read layer 2 only. On the basis of layer 2, your data traffic will be moved by F5. If you click on IP, so that means F5 device read only which layer information? Layer 3. If you click on HTTP, so that means F5 device read only which one information? Any idea which layer?
4.
Layer 4. Very good, very good. Now, if I'm click on layer 4, so layer 4 only protocols, stateless. So stateless we discuss. Okay. Reject, DSCP, internal message routing. This feature we discuss later. But right now, standard layer 2 IP, HTTP or layer 4 is clear. So right now we are using standard. So standard means deep packet inspection you can perform. Now, next information you need to define about next tab, the source address. Source address means which type of clients trying to access your F5 box. Okay. For example, if you want to block your any country IP addresses, you know, some country IP addresses we can ban. China and other countries. If you want to ban your IP addresses from specific country, so we can use this option. Which one option, dear? This option, source address. This address always belong from client base. So whenever you need to define your client information, you need to click on source address. And what is the meaning of destination address? Destination address means, Pradeep, so which one is your public IP? This box you need to fill the public IP of your virtual server. So which public IP client access your physical servers? So this side we need to define the public IP. Sometimes we can define private IP as well. But this address client access. Okay. Which one person access? For the client access. Now, next thing, the service port number, which type of service you want to allow to access client. So select this service and define your port number this side. Clear? If you want to define the multiple ports, so you can click on port list also. Now, for example, if I'm define the name is my VS HTTP, virtual server is HTTP, and standard source anyone can access my server, anyone from any IP. Destination IP, so destination IP will be defined by me 30.254. No, for example, I'm defining the public IP is 30.100, for example. Clear? Now, the which service we are defining, I'm saying HTTP service. So 80, if you want to define multiple ports, so you can allow the port list also. So we are defining the 80. Now state means if you click on enable, that means this virtual server publicly accessible. If you disable, so no one can access. Okay. Notify the status to virtual server. If you uncheck this box, that means if in future, if this virtual server goes down, so we are not getting any log. So that is the reason checkbox. Click on this checkbox. Now go to next tab. Next tab is which type of protocol will be used by HTTP service. Any idea, Pradeep? HTTP use which protocol? TCP, UDP, or any other? Any idea?
TCP protocol.
Yeah, it's a very good. Okay, client whenever send the request for your server, so use TCP. Yeah, server also use the same profile. Yes, use client profile. That means client use TCP, so server also use TCP. We are using any HTTP profile to do encryption, decryption, any authentication? No. Any server profile? No, because client profile we are not using. None. Okay, proxy we are using? No. FTP profile? No. Real-time streaming profile? No. This one is encryption, decryption tab. We are not performing. HTTP means plain text. This option we are using by default, none. This feature we are using none. SMTP, you know, SMTP we are using in real time. Okay, VLAN and tunnel traffic. Which type of VLAN person can be accessed? We are defining all VLANs, but you have option to select a specific person. Enable, and then you can define only internal person can access, only external person can access. But right now I'm defining all person can be accessed from all VLANs, all tunnels. Okay, now next tab. Next tab is source address translation. We are performing any net translation right now? No. Any rewrite profile we are using? Rewrite means if you access the .com website, if you're trying to access the .com website, then automatically this rewrite feature will be converted into website.org. Okay, Pradeep, I think you know of facebook.com. Are you using Facebook? So actually website
Yes.
is facebook.com, but whenever you are sending the traffic, then automatically convert into .org. So this rewrite feature we are using. Clear? Right now we are not using, it's a none. HTML we are also using none. Okay. This tab we are not using right now. Okay. Okay. Resources is blank. We discuss iRules in next session. Basically, this one is a task performed by ACL. We are configure any policy? No. Any pull we need to map? If you want to map your pull, click on this one option, then you can select your pull. Okay. And this both option right now, for right now, we are using none. So go to next tab, next, and select your pulls. Any existing pull existing? Yeah, FTP and web. So we select web and click on finish. So which option we use? We define name. Packet inspection is standard. That means deep. Okay, source anyone can access. On which IP? This IP. This IP provide 3 virtual server. Why? Because we map this virtual server with pull and pull having nodes. Clear? That is the reason. Now 80. Okay, HTTP service, TCP, client also use, server also use, and this none, this one is none, this one is none, this one is none. FTP we are using right now? No, so that means none. Okay, real time is none. Okay, go to next, only pull you need to select and click on finish. Now wait. Now your virtual server will be ready. Clear? And this virtual server, if you click on this virtual server, so this virtual server is ready. Click on resources. So in resources, we are using which one pull? Web pull. Only a single pull you can map. Okay. Now, any statics, any traffic we are receiving in any packets in or out? No. Right now we are not receiving. We can generate now. Start your 3 virtual servers. Server 1, server 2, and server 3. We need to start. Power on this virtual server, power on this one, power on. Okay, go to node. Node must be up, then pull get status is up, and then virtual server is also getting up. Hold on. Same status code we are getting. Okay. Pradeep, this thing is clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just wait. Virtual server, we can get the up. Hold on. Wait. Okay. Okay. Can you please verify, Pradeep, node is available, pull is available, and virtual server is available, but we create only HTTP. Clear? Okay. Now
Yeah.
go to this new tab and write down the IP is 30.100. This public IP. If you enter this public IP, then we can access the server 1, server 2, and server 3. One by one, we can access each server. Wait. So right now, this one is my local laptop. We need to start my client device. Hold on. So I am having this client. Go to this client and start this client. And right click. This client must be sitting on outside. Outside means It's a publicly accessible. Right click, go to settings, and VM adapter must be 12 because VM 12 is outside person. 11 is internal. So click on this one, custom, and select VM 12. Click on OK. Wait, we can access. Wait. Okay, right now, wait. We assign the client IP. Okay, wait. This client is ready. Now click on start button and go to control panel. We need to assign the IP address this client. Wait. Networks. Okay. Network sharing center. Okay. Change adapter settings. We need to check the IP 30.120. Okay. So first we need to check this client can be possible to ping the F5 device. So basically go to network self IP. So F5 box external IP is 30.254. Okay. Now go to this client and try to ping 30.254. 30.254. It's a reachable or unreachable? Wait. Yeah, it's a reachable. Now you can access. So we just need to go to browser and this client say, I want to access your virtual server publicly. And this virtual server provide 3 web servers. Okay. We can easily access from single place, 3 web servers. Hold on. One 192.168.30.100. We need to check the firewall settings. Firewall is on or off. Firewall off must be. Yeah, it's already off. Okay. We are sending the traffic, but we are not receiving any server. So go to local traffic virtual server. Okay, this one virtual server 30.100 any source. Okay, HTTP 80. It's good. Okay, TCP. Yeah, it's good. Full name is we use resources. We are using the web pool. Okay, go to pool. Click on web. Okay, HTTP service. How many members available? We need to check. Server 1, server 2, server 3 is good. Any statics? Any traffic? Yeah, we are receiving some traffic. Yes or no? We are receiving. Go to local traffic, virtual server or statics, virtual server. Okay, I think we are receiving. Just reset this current session information. Okay, now we just need to regenerate the request. Hold on. Refresh. We are sending the request and now refresh. Yeah, we are receiving the sessions. We are receiving, but we are not providing the service. Okay, go to your servers. Server is providing the service or not providing sometimes. So go to Internet Explorer. Server IP is 20.20.10. Yeah, web server 1 is connected. Okay, go to IP address. IP or gateway. Gateway IP is must be your F5 device internal interface IP. Okay, it's a wrong IP because my F5 box internal adapter IP is which one? Pradeep 20.254. So copy this one. So this interface actually act as a gateway for my web servers. So go to server 1, server 2, server 3. So manually we need to change the gateway IP because this gateway IP is must be changed. 20.254. Okay, close. Okay, now work network. Go to server 2. I think every server having the gateway IP is different. It's a last session gateway IP. Properties. IPv4 properties. We need to change 254. Click on OK. Close. Go to server 3. It's only gateway IP. Go to network and internet. Sharing centers. Okay, change adapters. Properties. IPv4 2.254. Click on OK. Close. Okay, now it's good. Work network. Okay, now go to client and try to access. Now again. Now verify. We use new tab. Close this one. And we put the IP is 30.100. It's my public address. Okay, which one server is connected, Pradeep? Pradeep, can you hear me? Which server is connected right now, brother? Web server
Server
1. Refresh. So after some times we are getting the another server. If you go to new tab and I am enter 30.100. Actually, I am using physical device. No, I am using virtual. So server 2 accessible. If you again enter, then server 3 also possible to access.
right, yeah.
Clear? Server 3 we can also get accessible.
So on one question, actually, like if for some reason after this, if you don't if you're hitting the URL and it says connection not established or URL is not working, how do
We
you
can get server
troubleshoot this?
3 also accessible. So basically this one is IP, server 2. If you refresh again and again, automatically it will be change your servers. Clear? Pradeep,
Right,
Rohan, this thing is clear. So how to create virtual server is ready. We create one more virtual server. Click on create option. And I am saying VS FTP. And right now standard source is anyone can access any subnet mask, any network, any subnet mask. The public IP is 30.110 is my public IP to access my storage server and FTP. Okay. And TCP is protocol. Okay. We need to map the FTP profile. Yes, we need to add because already is configured. Click on this FTP profile. No need to change anything. Click on this FTP. It's already available. Okay. Go to scroll down and select your pull. Pull is my FTP. Finish. Done. So FTP pool is FTP virtual server is ready. Now go to statics. FTP is receiving any traffic? No. Go to client, and I'm saying I want to access FTP colon / 30.110. So we need to put the username is admin, password is admin. Now, so we are getting which one file? 30.110 file. So if you refresh again and again, so automatically you can get a redirect server 1, server 2, server 3 automatically. Clear? Automatically. Go to your FI device and refresh. So verify FTP also receiving some traffic. Click on view. And this one is all traffic is available. Clear? If you go to again a pull section and FTP and go to statics. So verify which server is receiving. Right now only server 1 is receiving. Server 2 or server 3 is not receiving because server 2 or server 3 is not available with FTP service. We are not enabled. Only HTTP service I am enabled. Clear? Pradeep, Rohan, this thing is clear. Now, we just need to access my F5 box and CLI. First, put your IP address 192.168.1.245. Okay. Click on yes. The username is root. Password we need to put. Okay. And clear. Okay. Go to Timo shell. show LTM virtual enter. So right now, if you enter virtual, then verify. We are getting how many virtual server? FTP. We are getting FTP or HTTP. It's available. We are using all CPUs enable. How many clients traffic, client side traffic we are getting? How many packets in, how many packets out? Clear? Minimum connection duration, maximum connection duration. Clear? Okay. How many CPU utilized? You can get the information, your CPU utilization ratio. Now, clear? TMOS shell. And I am saying LTM virtual enter and show list. Show enter. So we can again get same thing. So you have option to verify. Clear? And if you want to create your virtual server via CLI, so it's a difficult part because we need to define lots of theory, lots of things. So create LTM virtual. After virtual, you need to define your virtual server name. For example, I'm defining test. And after test, you need to define multiple informations. So if you create a virtual server via GUI, it's a better option. If you're trying to configure virtual server via CLI, so it's a difficult part because you need to define multiple informations. Clear? Multiple. So basically, one by one, we need to define. Clear? TMOS shell, create LTM virtual. And now after virtual, I will define the test address. We need to define address status. Clear? Yes. Okay. Then we need to define multiple things. Source address, destination address. You need to define. Okay. Pradeep, clear this thing? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, actually.
Hello. Pradeep, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Okay. Just go through this small part of video of virtual server. In next session, we discuss about the load balancing. Okay. Now we start from my load balancing topic. Pradeep.
Yeah, and